In this video, we will show you how to create a seismic interpretation project from scratch. You will learn how XpressEI interpretation is done, as well as how to work with existing horizons and faults in a project. So first, let's create a new project, which we'll call If3. Let's load the SIDY file into the project, and also leave the checkboxes for immediate calculation of attributes of horizons and faults. In the Tasks tab, we can see that the calculation has begun, but for now we will turn off their display. In a 3D scene, all basic operations with an object are available: rotation, zooming, as well as switching of lines, cross lines, and depth. By default, depth slice is disabled, but you can enable it by clicking on the I button in the project tree. You can work with several views simultaneously in a project. To add a new panel, you need to select Split vertically and then select a view for the new panel. Let's select 2D view and switch to displaying a depth slice. The slice can display not only amplitudes, but also other attributes. For example, instantaneous phases. You can add already picked horizons to the project. To do this, click the Add button and select Horizons to add. You can add several horizons at once by selecting Files while holding down the Shift button. Once the horizons are loaded, we will see them in 3D Cube. You can also work with horizons in 2D view. By default, each horizon is displayed in one color, but each of them can display a different attribute. For example, let's show the amplitudes along the upper horizon. You can also look at the horizon in 2D view. To do this, you need to select the horizon map display. For the lower horizon, we construct a quality map. This is an attribute that allows you to detect picking artifacts. Red areas correspond to potential artifacts associated with faults or noise. You can also add existing fault sticks to your project. To do this, you need to press the Add button again, select Fault at dropped menu, and select all the necessary files with Shift. Faults are loaded and rendered fast, just in a few seconds. Once this happens, we will see the fault surfaces. We can also see them in 2D view. For this, we will return to the display of slices. You can edit the display parameters of each surface in the Properties panel. Let's draw a fault using sticks. To do this, turn on their display and turn off the display of the surface itself. Now let's work with the EI attributes, the calculation of which began during the creation of the project and took a couple of minutes. From the Horizons attribute, you can obtain detailed surfaces. Each line can be extended into horizon. You just need to select the desired one and click with the right mouse button. In the window that appears, change the name of the resulting surface and start the calculation. Horizon extension takes a few minutes, but we can do it in parallel by selecting multiple horizons. To get started with the fault attribute, you need to add the attribute to the slices of the cube. This is done in the Properties panel for each slice separately. On the depth slice, we will draw an attribute instead of amplitudes. Using this attribute, you can start creating sticks. To do this, click on the Fault Edit Mode button and click on the slice. A window will open in which you can specify the fault name and tag for grouping surfaces. To add new stick node, press left button. Let's move on to other slice and draw another one stick. And another one. Let's say you finished the surface. We press the Save button and see the new surface in 3D. Finally, we can see the EI horizon surfaces. Now you can work with them in exactly the same way as with already added into project. For example, apply a different attribute to each one. Thus, We made an express interpretation of the project in a matter of minutes, and this is only a small part of the capabilities that our system provides. Stay tuned, and we will show you even more tricks.